What's going on, everybody? It is Sparks Comics here, bringing you guys another week of my top indie comic picks coming out for New Comic Book Day this week. And again, we have another week where Diamond has not updated the website, probably still due to the hacking, but we will try our best based off of what is on League of Comic Geek, which I know is not always up to date and showing the right information, but we will make do and talk to you guys about my top picks of what I think is coming out this week for New Comic Book Day. All right, so let's take a look real quick at what shows up on Diamond's website. It shows just DC Comics books again. Of course, these are not coming from Diamond, but they do keep logging them, and that is because that is what's coming out. If you check out the Lunar website over here, it'll have those books on the list. But we aren't looking at those because those are not the indie books. Lunar doesn't have but maybe one indie book, and it's not one that I'm reading. So we are not going to concern ourselves with that this week. And then, so here is what we got for League of Comic Geeks of what is coming out for November 24th, which is this Wednesday, is the day before Thanksgiving. So if there are any delays this week, then you're not getting your books till after Thanksgiving. So who knows? It looks like this is the week for some big Marvel books like Hulk #1, Death of Doctor Strange #3. But we are going to talk about the indie books that are on this list. And I may at the end go back and show you guys. I think last week there's some stuff that's listed that did not come out. So it might be coming out this week, including some of those second site publishing books that I think were originally supposed to come out in September, I want to say, and are still not released. But we'll go into that in just a second. We're going to go to my top 10 picks first, starting out with my number 10 pick of Two Moons, issue number 7. So the second issue back to this new story arc here of Two Moons called Ghost War. This is part 2. A squad of Buffalo soldiers has been tasked with relocating a captured Cheyenne chief, but their way is blocked by a mission of vengeance and the ghosts of the Tallgrass Prairie. Of course, this is reuniting our two main characters from the first story arc years after the fact. So it's really interesting. There is a cover A here and a cover B there by Welby is the artist on that one. So that is my number 10 pick from Image Comics, written by John Arcudi with interior art by Valerio Giangiordano. Coming in for number 9, The Last Book You'll Ever Read, number 4 from Colin Bunn and Layla Lace. Really enjoying this series. I hope this does come out this week because definitely a great series. I think it's a 5-issue miniseries, the plan. Every stop along, Olivia Cade's book tour has summoned new threats, but the true predators who stalk the night with tooth and fang all protect their profit. And what is Connor Wilson, if not Olivia's protector? So there's as always a undressed black bag variant and a Hickman variant as well going on there. This looks to be planned to be ongoing here. It looks like 6 and 7 are on their way with this. Maybe it's going to be a 10 or 12 issue series, but it's been a fun ride of a story so far. It's coming in for number 8 this week for my picks. I've got House of Slaughter number 2, co-written by James Tynan IV and Tate Bromble. Interior art by Werther Deladera, and cover art here by Chris Sheehan. Erica Slaughter isn't the only member of the House of Slaughter to have made sacrifices in order to become the monster hunter she is today. As a teenager, her handler and rival Aaron finds himself with a new roommate, the mysterious transfer student, Jace Boucher. To initiate his training, Jace must prove his loyalty to the House of Slaughter through a binding ritual, a ritual that few survive. It's a ritual that we know, of course, from Something's Killing the Children, and Erica doing that ritual. So lots of covers as always with this one. For me, that 1 in 100 looks amazing, but not gonna try to get too many covers on this because there's going to be so many. Good chance to catch a blank variant here, a bloody blank variant. This is a great start to the series with issue number 1. I can't wait to see what happens with Aaron's story that leads him to who he becomes, because he's very hesitant to hunt monsters, it seems like, at the start. We know he's hesitant later on. Something happens in between, though, that seems to have maybe solidified that. So House of Slaughter number 2 is my number 8 pick this week for New Comic Book Day for Indie Comics. Coming in at number 7 this week, then, is from Vault Comics, Human Remains number 3, from Peter Milligan and Sally Cantorino. Disparate lives are woven together in this terrifying new world where strong emotions are hunted by monstrous creatures. While General Sullivan tries to lure the life forms into a fight, Jessica finally finds the courage to leave her own domestic monster. Meanwhile, Naresh is about to investigate a community where there have been no attacks before being delayed by an act of gut-wrenching horror. This has been very wild. The first 2 issues, just insanity going on in these. A psychological type of horror in this story, along with these monsters causing that psychological horror. It's got that good mix. But yeah, so this is one I just have been really enjoying. It is my number 7 pick this week for Indie Comics for this New Comic Book Day. And coming in for number 6 is the last issue of a series. We have Made in Korea number 6 from Image Comics. This one is written by Jeremy Holt with art by George Schall. And this is just a wild AI type of story. So different than I'm used to. And so I really appreciate where Jeremy has taken this story. And I want to know where this is going to go with the ending. I think some bad things are going to happen, and maybe she's going to get decommissioned. I don't know. Proxy return FAQs. A child can return within 90 days of receipt of delivery. It could take up to 25 days for a child to reach us. It takes 3 to 5 business days for the refund to be processed. If you return a defective, damaged, or incorrect child, your refund will be denied. So this is the last issue. It's been a creepy. It's been wholesome. It's been creepy. It's been horrifying of what's happened. Got a little bit more wholesome in parts of the last issue. Now kind of heading back towards who knows what. So issue 6, it's keeping you on your toes. This will be the last issue, and it is my number 6 pick this week. So for number 5, I have from Aftershock Comics, Beyond the Breach, number 5. And this should be the last issue of the series. Don't know if it's planned for a second series after this, but it is the last issue of this first volume. From Ed Brisson and Damian Cuchero, it's complete chaos as interdimensional bounty hunters descend upon Vanessa and crew. One of our heroes will sacrifice themselves, but will it be enough? Will Vanessa manage to get Dougie home? Is there even a home to return to? And what will happen to everyone else? Can't wait to see how this wraps up. It is my number 5 pick this week. How about I throw a number in there? And it's been a great series coming from Aftershock Comics. So I had a last issue with Beyond the Breach. We had a last issue with Made in Korea, and now we have a last issue with Vinyl as well. Issue number 6 here, a sunflower death bunker ablaze, Ella Fitzgerald blaring in every room. It's Walter versus Madeline. Final showdown with our serial killer friend Walter and our sunflower cultist Madeline. Doug Wagner, Dave Stewart, Daniel Hillard, bringing us some insane story here, and this will be the last issue to wrap up the story arc. So we got 3 ending, so why not go into our top 3 picks with 3 new stories. First up, from Dark Horse Comics, written by Brian Michael Bendis, bringing back his own, I think this is part of his Jinx World again, his own creator-owned stuff here with Stephen Byrne on the art. We have Joy Operations #1 here. 55 years from now, Joy is an envoy, special agent of one of the Jonando Trust. Trusts are corporate-owned cities that are the centerpiece of modern society. She rights wrongs for the trust. She is excellent perfection. Hard on herself, driven, almost legendary in some parts. Till one day a voice pops in her head trying to get her to betray everything she has ever believed. All this, and also an exclusive look behind the scenes and a look forward to other Jinx World projects coming exclusively to Dark Horse. It's a 32-page count for $3.99 price tag. Pretty good. There is a cover B by David Mack, and so I may have to pick this up if it's at my shop. I did not pre-order it because I wasn't sure how many books were going to be coming out this week. So if it's a light week, I'm going to pick up this David Mack cover because I love David Mack's art, and I think this is a great one here. Looks like there's going to be a local comic shop day variant by Tyler Boss. And there also is an exclusive at Things from Another World. What's the artist on this one? He said when I put it over. Christian Ward. Oh, of course it's Christian Ward. We got circles. We got his bright colors. Yeah, that is a Christian Ward cover right there for sure. But yeah, #3 pick this week. A new series from Brian Michael Bendis. Part of his Jinx World projects. Part of Dark Horse Comics, where Jinx World now has been brought under instead of over at DC Comics, where it was for a little while. And it is my #3 pick for indie comics this week. Coming in for #2 is a new one from Source Point Press called Tales from the Dead Astronaut #1. Written by Jonathan Thompson with art by Jorge Luis Gabbado. Space monks living on a tree in space, a shape-shifting rock star conducting the most explosive press conference you've seen yet, megalomaniac Man of Steel who leaves horror in his wake. It's amazing the things you'll see in space when you're a slowly decaying astronaut with nothing tethering you to Earth. Cool concept. Sounds like we're getting like mini tales of different things going on, seeing what the astronaut's seeing. I believe it's planned for like a 5-issue miniseries type of thing. And so it is starting out here. Source Point Press putting this one out. And it is my #2 pick. Coming at #1, I really hope this comes out this week. I'm supposed to get my Kickstarter reward by now, I thought, but I haven't yet. But here is Good Boy #1, written by Christina Blanche and Garrett Gunn, with art by Kit Wallace. It looks like Lentz, maybe the colorist, or I'm not seeing the name here, but maybe colors or letterers. Lots of variant covers here. Lots of exclusives, lots of homages, lots and lots of things. And some of these probably are Kickstarter exclusive. Some of these are, so that one right there, Kickstarter exclusive foil, cover A variant. Yeah, some of the coolest ones sold out very, very quickly, like the Matrix homage by Igor Lomov, Trinity exclusive. Trinity Comics had that one. Ash Can there's got a regular cool cover. I mean, cover A here is fantastic. Set in a world where humans and dogs are equals, Good Boy is a thrill-packed treat for anyone who loves action, dogs, and good stories. Flint, Sparks, and his human, John, both former mercenaries, have settled down in a quiet retirement from an industry where the job is supposed to be forever. But unlike anyone before, they found a way out. However, this new life filled with peace and joy is not to be. In the dead of night, some of their former colleagues who disagree with their decision to retire break into their home and murder John, leaving Flint alive in the bloody aftermath. That was their first mistake. But don't worry, they haven't seen anything yet. To me, this sounds like John Wick, where the human gets killed, but the dog goes for revenge. A little bit like that, maybe. So we've got some, definitely got a lot of cool covers here. I think this one, Trish Forstner, who also did Trish, of course, of Stray Dogs, but she also had done some blank cover sketches for the Kickstarter. So some people were lucky enough to have that done. I think when this was coming out, I just had enough money to support it, but not enough to really go for some of the different covers and things. This is the real cover B for what's coming out here. This one from Francavilla, Francisco Francavilla, awesome cover there. But yeah, no wrong cover to pick here. This was a Kickstarter Wolverine homage. We have Scarface homage. Yeah, like I said, lots of homage covers. Dracula homage. They went crazy with the homages, but after all of the horror movie homages we had from Stray Dogs, I think we went a little bit for some action movie homages here. So can't go wrong with the cover picks of what's possible there. I think this is going to be an excellent story, and that is why I chose it for my number one pick this week. Of course, I don't know for sure if it is coming out this week. I don't know for sure if any of these books are coming out this week because Diamond hasn't updated their website. These were the original release dates, though. So if everything's coming out on time from this list, these are the books that are coming out. And I think we got some good books this week, especially even outside of the indie books. I was looking through. There's some pretty good things I'll be picking up as well. But these indie books, I am very much looking forward to picking up this week. So, and yeah, see even someone else. What if John Wick was a dog? Right there. So definitely goes to support what I was thinking on that as well. So, oops, clicking things I did not mean to click. But yeah, that is it for my top indie comic picks for the week for New Comic Book Day on November 24th. Dropping this a day late because I was hoping Diamond would update their website and give you guys real information for this week. But they haven't. Last week, they updated it on New Comic Book Day and dropped what was happening that day on that day. So we'll probably see it happen again this week, but hopefully things get back on track soon with Diamond. We'll see. But that is it from me. I can show this again because might as well, I accidentally clicked it, but here it is again. For those of you who don't know, we have an exclusive cover for Stake Presents Jessamy #1 with art on the cover by Damian Connolly. He did this awesome cover for us. And what's going on right now is David Byrne, the writer, and Francesca, the artist, are going through Florida on a tour, going to different comic shops and promoting Stake in general. Stake Presents Jessamy, the Kickstarter. And this is her first time over here in America. And so they're getting to do a tour and a signing together for the first time. So pretty cool thing that they got going on. And we got to do an exclusive cover to help promote that and what's going on there. So if you do want one, hit us up. We have regular covers and foil covers still available. And we got everything listed on Instagram, pricing and all of that, and how to claim one. So send us a message on Instagram. But thank you guys for watching. If you haven't gotten here yet, or if you've gotten here and you haven't subscribed yet, how about that? Go ahead and subscribe to the channel down below. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you are looking forward to this week for New Comic Book Day. And get ready for our live show coming next week for our 1K subscriber giveaway. If you have not gone and dropped a comment on that yet, please go do so. I will drop the link to that at the end of this. It'll be in the suggested videos. So be sure to go and click on that and go drop the comment that you need to in order to be entered into the giveaway. That is it. So thank you guys. As always, collect what you love.